I'm here.
Sarah Jane cannot make it tonight. So you do need a book.
Okay.
Top pen. Welcome, Tracy.
Hello.
Good. On top of your head. Find that balance. Take a nice deep breath in. Long breath out. Think about growing your spine long, reaching up, and then starting with the pelvis. Tuck your tailbone under, and then slowly let it go the other way gently. Again, no discomfort. You're just feeling the rock of that pelvis. Or even getting started early today. Woo-hoo. One more. All right, and then your hip goes out to the side. Oops, let's go the other arm. Opposite arm reaches out. And then pull back. Hip out to the side. Opposite arm reaches out. So the goal with the book is the head stays still, and this allows your neck to move the way it's intended. One more set after this one. And again, noticing the hips, do they feel equal as you go right to left? A little more stuck that way. And then back to center. All right. Rotation of the pelvis. And slowly turn the hips. Keep the ribs relatively still. We're not going to lock them, but you're going to try to keep them mostly forward. They should be actually going in the opposite direction. Keep going. And suddenly I don't know where my microphone is. Ew. I am messing things up now. And then into the hip hike.
And what?
Ugh.
Shoulders now?
I was behind the microphone. Hip hike. So bend one knee and then straighten. Bend. What are you doing, Joey? What are you doing? Last one. All right, into the rib cage. So start with forward and back. So we're just adding the arms. Forward and back. Two more. Lateral flexion. So it goes down and then back up and then down. Tracy, we don't get to see your lovely face today?
This face ain't prime time ready.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, my hair is all in rollers.
All right, last one.
All right.
Rotation. Tracy, I see you at 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on.
This is worse.
So turn the rib cage. Head stays forward, hips are going to stay forward. Again, by adding that arm in, so turn. So Tracy, let your shoulders roll. Let your shoulders turn. There you go. See, that's why I need to see you. Not because you're not fit for prime time. This feels good. All right, and back to center. All right, one arm toward the ceiling, and then the other. What, Alistair?
There's only 3 of us today?
Sarah Jane couldn't make it, and then arms out to the side. And release that book. I need a foam roller. Hold
You're
on.
not doing this one in the front?
Say what?
You're not doing this one?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Internal and external rotation.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys know the series.
Book. Where's your book?
I cheated.
She does cheat on occasion. All right, so single leg balance.
Oh, gosh.
I know. Okay, so if you need to use a foam roller, you can. We can also do it without the foam roller. So find that balance to begin with, zip and engage. Woo. And bring that leg up. All right, so from here, you're slowly bending the standing leg. And then glute engages, foot engages, core engages, you bring yourself back up. If you're using the foam roller, you can tip it forward. And again, think about that foot, really trying to do some work here. And then we're adding in a rotation. We're gonna go both directions. So head can stay forward. You're gonna rotate one arm behind, back to center, and then the other arm. So again, if you're doing it with the foam roller, you're just letting the foam roller tip. Again, think about this is knee and hip bending. Knee and hip bending. Notice right to left. One more set. All right, then stay there. Stay on that leg. Coming into deadlift. So if you're on your left leg, the right arm has the foam roller. You're going to toe in, and you're slowly going to hinge forward as far as you're comfortable. Get used to that. See how it feels. You're pressing down on the foam roller. Other arm can be wherever you need to for balance. I'm going to keep mine on the small of my back because it's going to go there at some point. Again, what works for you here as you prep and as you warm this up. All right, so if you want a little bit more challenge, that foot's going to stay up and the full body does the tip. Again, you can keep that toe on the ground if you prefer. So the hip has to be open. I'm going to cue the right side since my left foot is down. That is the big thing here. So again, think at the bottom, glute, foot, core, back up. Think at the bottom, glute, foot, core. This time go in and hold. All right, so from here, check in, see how you feel, find that stability. Now I want you to bend the knee from wherever you are and then straighten the leg. So your glute stays engaged, the hip angle stays constant. You're working that hamstring. Bend and straighten. Take your time, notice the standing foot, get that glute to engage, get the arch to engage. Let's do 2 more. And then slowly release. Shake it out. And then let's do the other leg. I'm going to turn.
Right, can't do it that long.
It's all right. It's progress, right? Baby steps is what we're looking for. All right, so if you need to take a break, Melanie, you're welcome to. All right, so foam roller if you choose. Find that balance with the toe in, then lift, glute, engage that foot, engage the core, slowly squat down, and then slowly up. And again, if you have the foam roller, you're just tipping it forward, keep pressing down. And again, this is about bending the knee and bending the hip. And Melanie, if you need to, you can toe in as well. One more. And then you're going to add the twist. So add the twist. Turn the rib cage. Back up. Turn the other rib cage. Back up. Good. Last one. Oh, woo. Started with that side. Finish with the other one. Okay. Single leg balance. Toe in with the back foot. Other hand's where you choose it. So keeping both feet in contact with the ground. Start with just your hinge forward. Pushing down the foam roller with that left hand. Slowly out. And then pull back up. Out. Pull back up. All right, so if you'd like a little more challenge, you're going to hinge and keep that hip open. Keep the breastbone pushing forward. Tracy, get your leg up more. More.
Do you just automatically say that because you know I'm not going to have it?
Uh-huh.
One of these days I'll have it. You're going to say it. You'll have to apologize.
That's better. So again, this is about that balance between the glutes being strong and the hip flexor being open. All right, last one. Go in and hold wherever you're choosing to hold. And then you're going to bend the knee. And then you're going to straighten the knee. And then you're going to bend and straighten. Again, both hands, one hand. I'm using my other hand on foam roller, just for reformer, just so I can turn my head and see you and stay balanced. Again, open up the quads a little bit more. One more. And release. Whew. All right, back to your first leg. Make sure I know what my actions are. All right. So again, bending the knee and the hip. You're going to squat down. You're going to tap the foam roller. And then you're going to drive yourself back up. Squat down. Tap the foam roller. Re-engage glute, foot, core, and back up. All right, so this is level one. You can choose to stay here if you want to. Level two, we're adding the scapular movement, so we're going to reach the foam roller forward. So tap down. Now from the shoulder blades, reach that foam roller forward as far as you can go. Bring it back in, tap down, and then bring it up. Again, slowly tapping down. So that other leg just counterbalances. Core engages. Think about the glutes. Feel the shoulder blades slide toward the hips. Tap. And then drive yourself back up. Two more. And last one. And up. All right, stay on that leg if you can. Take a break if you need to. Going into the 3D lunge, stepping that leg back and behind. You're gonna lean that stick or that foam roller forward on that 45-degree angle. Say what? You're going behind.
No, but the same one we were working before is looking.
Yeah. Same leg you were working before stays put. Oops, and then back up. reach, 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 reach. Feel the side starting to open up. One more. And then the other leg. All right, start with a tap down. So holding onto the foam roller. Again, toe down if you need to. Think about glute, foot, core, and then you're slowly gonna bend the knee, bend the hip, tap the foam roller on the ground, and then slowly drive it up. So I have my foot on the ground for this leg, but it's not got a lot of weight, so just the tap first. Get used to that, and then core engages, glute engages, press through on that right leg. Adding on the arms, the shoulder blades. So tap, reach forward, move from the shoulder blade, bring it back down, and then drive it up. Again, bring it down, tap, reach it forward from the shoulder blades, bring it back, drive it up. Down, reach, think about the neck gets to stay relaxed. Up, you got 2 more. Go down, tap. Reach. Last one. Tracy, are you going all the way down to the ground and tapping on those?
No.
Okay.
Not even.
Not even. So remember, that's the focus of that one. Because this is replacing this one. So we want to try to get you down there more. All right. Oh, 3D lunge.
1, 2. What mine was one side of the phone would hit, then the other side would hit.
All right, here we go.
Here.
It's all about the entertainment value, right?
Yeah.
And then drive it up. Oh, Zoe. Couple more. All right, and then shake it out. All right, you're going into a staggered stance. So left foot forward, right leg goes behind. Right hand is on the foam roller to start. All right, so from here, feet are hip distance apart, toes point mostly forward, heels point mostly backwards. You're gonna slide your left hand down the foam roller, and you're gonna hook the end of that foam roller. From there, I want you to push the right hand back. So use that left arm to push back. Oops, sorry. Try to keep your torso relatively centered. And then you're gonna straighten your spine out. And then you're just gonna release back down and push back. So just this part first. So I want you to think about, as you straighten out, lift the spine up to parallel so that the foam roller and the spine are parallel. Pushing back, so it deepens the curve in your spine. And then up.
Oh, we're not standing.
No, not yet. We'll get there. We got some fun stuff to do with the standing. Push back. That just, again, deepens the curve. And up. All right, so we're adding on. We're going to stand up this time. So first lift to that parallel position, and then slowly continue up. And I want you to use your right hand. I have the wrong hands. Should be this way. Okay. Sorry. Let's go back down to the ground. Bam! Your foam roller is on the other side of you. It's whatever leg's in front, the foam roller's on that side. So your left hand's gonna be behind, your right hand's gonna be in front. There we go. All right, so now get yourself centered and squared. Now push the left hand back with the right arm. And then lift to parallel. It's all about right and left, right? And then lift to parallel. I got it this time. Okay, we don't have to do, okay, lift up this time. So now I want you to lift up, and you're gonna push the left or the right arm back with the left. So you're still feeling the stretch down your right side as you do this. Try to keep your shoulders square to the front for now. And then slowly bring it back to parallel spine and foam roller, hinge down, and then finally round down, push the left hand back, bring it back down, lift to parallel, bring yourself up, push that right hand overhead. So you're feeling yourself lift the right rib away from that right hip. Parallel, bring it down, reach, bring it up. Oh. There we go. Okay, hold it here. So I'm going to turn this way. So now you're going to take that left hand and you're going to reach it across the body. There you go. Oh, yeah, exactly. So it's putting you in a little lateral, a little twist. Come back to center, back to parallel, release down, push that left hand back, bring it back to parallel, lift up, push the right hand up and behind first, then straighten out the left arm, reach it across the body. Center, parallel to the spine, releasing down. Push the left hand back, get that spine around more. Parallel, lift up, push the right hand back, and then reach that left hand across. We got one more like this. So slowly hinge down, round at the end, push the left hand back, bring it up, and push the right hand back. Left hand goes across, back to center, parallel and down. And go ahead and pause here, fingertips to the ground, step both feet together. And just take a few breaths here, let yourself get neutralized. And then hands to your thighs and slowly roll your spine up. And then the foam roller gets to come on the other side.
When you're pushing back, parallel to the floor, are you keeping it parallel to the floor?
You're not trying to take it up, but you're pushing it back. It's not necessarily going to stay parallel, but it's not this. It's still behind
Okay.
is the key. Okay. All right. So we're here. So left hand on top. Yes. Okay. Right hand on the bottom. So feet are a comfortable distance apart, maybe a little bit wider, and then slowly you're hinging down. That front knee can be bent. Slowly bring the foam roller to the ground. Push that left hand, use the left hand to push the right hand back. Feel yourself round a little bit more. Release to parallel just up to halfway. Just up to that straight spine. So shoulders or spine and foam roller are parallel. Release down. Push that right hand behind you. Back to parallel. Lift halfway. I'm just going to do one more here. Push back behind you. And then lift to parallel. All right, this time we're adding on the up. So push that right hand back. Inhale to parallel, start to straighten your spine. Exhale, engage through the core. Push the left hand behind you now, using the right. Try to keep those shoulders square to the front. And then slowly parallel the spine and the foam roller. Hinge down, round down, push that hand behind you. Back to parallel, lift up, push that left hand back. Bring it parallel, hinge. Again, that front knee can bend. Release down, push back. All right, next time we're going to add that right arm going across the body. All right, here we go. Push back, bring it down, lift up, push back, get set there, and then exhale, that right hand goes across the body. Inhale back to center, parallel, and then release. Again, that front knee bends. Exhale, push the right hand back. Inhale, bring yourself to parallel, start your journey up. Exhale, overhead with those arms. Stay there, get stable, and then reach that right arm across. Back to center. We got one more time. Reach it across and center and down. Last time, finish down. Go ahead and let the foam roller go down. Step your feet together. Inhale, bending those knees, rounding your spine some more. Exhale, see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. And then slowly inhale all the way back up. Check in. See how you feel. Phew. Okay, I need fluids. All right, now we're coming into our lateral balance. So the foam roller is off to the side. All right, so hand on the hip to start, keeping those hips parallel. Foam roller is in line with that hip. So shoulders are staying square to the front. As you exhale, let your ear go to your shoulder and then slowly begin to lean the spine, but keep the hips still. And then inhale and bring yourself back up. Exhale, slowly lean. Inhale back up. One more time. So starting to feel that stretch and that opening here. The bottom side, you should feel like it's starting to engage. All right, adding on. So you're going to lean. And then this outside foot, pick up your heel. Pick up the ball of the foot. Pick up the foot. Keep leaning as far as you're comfortable. And then slowly release it back to where you started. So if you need to turn those toes a little bit, everybody's a little different here. Feel free to turn the toes. You still have to keep the hips square to the front. All right, so starting from the head, push down on that foam roller, lean, and then roll through. Heel lifts, ball of the foot, toe, reach. And then slowly release. So you only go as far as you're comfortable, so I went a little far. Again, think about the core engaging on this bottom side. Get this foot stable, engage glutes, engage core, so both hips are really engaged here. And then slowly come back up. Give me one more like that. All right, stay here if you can. Take the top arm up. Reach. So think about fingertips are reaching opposite even as you're pressing down into that foam roller. And then exhale. Can you lift this leg a little higher? Inhale down. Exhale. Lift it a little higher. Two more like that. Long spine. And then slowly release. Check in. Easier than Tuesday. All right, check in, other side. Here we go. Check your alignment. Foam rollers in line with that hip. Just keeping both feet on the ground. Start with the upper body. So ear to shoulder, shoulder to rib, rib to hip. Push down on the foam roller, reach out, and then slowly pull yourself back in. Core engages, reach out. Pull back. One more time. All right, so we're adding the lifting of this foot, the outside foot. So get yourself set here. Again, if you had to turn the toes out on the other foot, you might do that before you start to roll through. Heel, ball, toe. And then slowly release, down and down. So adjust anything if you need to. Oops, sorry. Start with the torso. Reach long with that arm. Core engages on the bottom. There we go. And then slowly release. One more. All right, this time we're gonna go and we're gonna stay. All right, add the other arm, so give your arms a little opposition. I actually found that makes it easier. All right, now can you lift that top leg up a little higher, use the hip, and then slowly back to where it started. Lift and lower. Long through the low back, no discomfort. One more, and then slowly down, back to where you started, and check in.
Doing that right?
It looked like it. I mean, I can only see part of your body, so yes.
Oh, well, I can change that.
I can
There.
see you about there. So, all right. So let's go ahead and do a little squat, neutralize everything. So feet are maybe a little bit wider. Knees and toes turn out just a little bit. Squat down. Let your hips sit back. Let your knees bend. Drop the torso. And then slowly bring yourself back. Slowly release. And then bring yourself back up. So here we are trying to work out. And I'm having to deal with that.
Aw.
Laying there going, and then Gypsy's right there. They're just both being cute. And looking at me like, Mama, can you play? So, sorry, didn't mean to disrupt. I don't want the only one to be seeing the cuteness. Everybody's fault. All right, last one. And then up. All right, that is it for today. Woo-hoo! Still didn't get to the other stuff. That was some new stuff. How do you feel,
Good.
Melanie?
Was that last one changed? That's not hard at all.
That's not supposed to be.
I was gonna say, because I must be doing something wrong.
No, guys, kind of like a forward fold in yoga. It's designed to kind of counterpose and bring you back to symmetry and balance so that you walk out of here going, wait a minute, I just did something very asymmetrical on each side. I need to be centered again. So there you go. And you have your foam roller. Yay!
I usually